colleagues. So we will do gamification today with GimKit. So yes, and first, before we start with that, I just want to get all the, like they say, the theoretical part out of the way before we go to GimKit. So first, want to introduce you to what gamification is. So and everybody, as a child, I like to play lots of games, and I was always in competition with my peers, and I was always challenging my friends when we were playing games, and I think a lot of you did that. So gamification for us, or for me, is to inspire users. So and we want users to be inspired by engaging them with the content. So especially with tasks that are not enjoyable, and we know that sometimes lessons can become not enjoyable, and we must try and find ways to get the learners to like the lessons that we want to present. And gamification is one of those platforms where what you can use and where you can bridge that gap of learners not enjoying what they are learning. So it is a safety training program, and many of us know that there are many examples of gamification programs. So one of it is Kahoot, and some of us are maybe familiar with Kahoot. Yes, and I like Kahoot as well, but for me, GimKit is for me better than Kahoot, and I will explain later as we go through that. So there are some benefits, and that brings us to the game-based learning. So before we start with the gamification through GimKit, just a short game-based learning. Everybody, I think, knows this, but just to inform you again, learning through the immersion in a gaming environment, and through that, there's lots of benefits that one can, that learners can get from using game-based or gamification. So some of the benefits, and you will see as we go through the program, as I go through GimKit, there is a lot of things that learners will gain from, and one of the benefits that learners can get or will have is, or the benefits of gamification is that it introduces goals and challenges. There's interaction between learners. So yes, there's always interaction. The nicest thing about game-based is the challenges part, because when learners see that they are not performing better than their friends, they like to challenge them and try to do better. And I saw it when I was doing it with my two classes. With game-based learning as well, there is a rapid feedback. Um, you can do problem solving. There's the competition, and for me, competition is great. As a lighty, I like to compete in class, and we were always two learners in class, and we always try to to, if I can say it, do better than the other ones. So competition wise, it is a great thing to do learning through game-based education. Um, yes, there will be feedback through, there's rapid feedback. Learners can see what they will do, what they did wrong. They will get the feedback, they will see the feedback. Part of it is it encourages teamwork. So learners, the shy learners that normally don't want to participate in the class through gamification, game-based learning, they can and will team up, and they will not be shy, and they will really participate. And I saw it again. I have a few of those ladies in my class, those learners. So yes, part of this game-based learning is also that it teaches language, and I saw that in one of that sessions that the learners were so eager to participate that they didn't check what they was typing in, and afterwards they saw the mistakes that they made, and one of the mistakes was that um, they spelled the word or the answer incorrectly. So, and that brings a change in the mindset, and they know now that before they answer anything, they have to make sure of what they answer, how they answer it, and especially the spelling. So we will do a game-based learning. There will be a gaming environment, like in a computer lab, or you can do it in your class. You can sit with tablets, your cell phone, your smartphones, etc. So this is just one of the games that can be played. I'm not going to go into detail more, but the focus here is to get those things into a bucket below. So learners have to critical think and work out strategies how to get those items, some of those items, into the bucket that's below there. So yes, you colleagues, just tell me if I am too fast, because normally I tend to forget about other people and just go too fast.
Mr. Hunter, I think you are perfect. I'm just unsure if Miss Amy Kluter, Ashley Amy Kluter, can hear. She indicated and asked if someone is talking. But other than that, everyone is very quiet in the chat, so I'm assuming that they are listening attentively. And I'm hoping that they are not young enough that they don't recognize this game that you're currently showing on the screen.
Yeah, I know there was one of those games that we. Thank you for that, Miss Sat. Yeah, because I can't see now the conversations. So one of those games that we used to play, that arcade games, was Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong was similar to this one, where you have to go through obstacles and go to your endpoint. There was always an endpoint where you need to go to, and this game is also part of that. So they call it Bio Danger, I think. So yes, I'm not very familiar with this, but it's like, as you can see, there's obstacles. You need to get something down to that bucket below. Yes, so learners, whoever is playing this, have to work out something. So there will be critical thinking, there will be problem solving, etc. So I'm just gonna skip this part. This is all games. So yeah, so through gamification, we will be applying elements of playing games to learning. And that will be done through scoring points, competition, and competition is always good. And the rules. So we have to abide by the rules if we want to apply the elements of playing games to learning. So colleagues, that is just in a nutshell an explanation of what gamification is. So I I will now just close this part, and then I just want to open my browser. So can everybody see this browser?
Mr. Hunter, your screen hasn't switched over to the browser yet. We still see your PowerPoint sharing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I think I must still minimize it. Okay, how's it now?
No, still your PowerPoint show. So if you go to your on your team viewer and you open your sharing tray, you can select your browser screen.
Okay, I didn't.
I think
Yeah.
I think, Mr. Hunter, if we
Is
add
there
while
numbers? Sorry.
no,
Can you see
not
it?
yet.
Not yet. Okay, then something is not.
I think what you're trying to say and what's so important is that gamification, there we go, is exciting because it promises to make the hard stuff in life fun.
Yes.
And that is why the inspiring and the collaboration and the sharing and the interaction. So let's see what we can do. There we go.
Yes.
We see
Yes.
your
I think
browser.
there's a delay of moving through the devices. So yeah. So thank you for that, Ms. Sotz. Colleagues, if you go onto your cell phone or your devices, and when you go to a browser, you need to type in gimkit.com. So that's the first step. And then it will ask you to either sign up for free or you can log in if you already created if you are already a user. So I am already a user. So there is the one option. I just want to get something. So, oopsie. Right. So there's the one option. So you sign up for free. And if you did not register yourself onto GimKit, I am a registered user. So I can go to log in. So that is what I can do. Right. I just need to get something as so I can click there on, and I can, and the nicest thing is when you registered yourself. In my case, I registered myself with Gmail. I saved it and password saved it onto my browser, and I can just now just go and continue with Google. And I can just use my, I think many of us know this, if you have certain accounts, you can do that. So I just want to erase my right. So then this will happen. You will get the screen. And in my case, I already created a few. I copied a few. I will explain how that works. So if you start from scratch, colleagues, you need to go to, if you look here on my right hand, there is where I draw the arrow now, there's a new kit. So you need to click on new kit. I'm going to start there. So you can click on new kit just to explain how this is when you want to set up a kit. You first need to set up a kit before you can do anything else after you registered yourself. So you need to go to new kit if you don't have any. So that is one way of starting it. So then you click on it, then this screen will pop up. So this screen will pop up. So then you just go there. I'm just gonna show you. I'm not gonna save it. And you just go there. You go to name. You specify what the name is. Let me say. I will must say now. I wonder if I must. Yes, I will say. I'm going to do this. I will say the history of South Africa. History of South Africa. And I will choose my language. You can choose whatever language you are familiar with. So for this session's sake, I will choose English. And then you have to say, then you go to that drop-down button, and there's a list of subjects that you can choose from. So in my case, I want to do history, but there's not history, so it falls on the science. So I will remain science. And then you just click next. Sorry, next. And then you will get this screen. So this screen will pop up. This is a screen where you now can choose a image for your kit. So I can choose now anyone. I think I must choose this one that I'm going to click on. And if you did that, it will open another. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay. So it will show you, there's my kid, but now my kid don't have any questions in it yet. So now you can see that there is just gonna I'll highlight this part. So there you can see there's oops, I already clicked now on it. So you click on add question. So we can, then you type in something like, I'm just going to mention I'm from the Overberg, so I can just type in Hermanus is the, how can I state this, is known for its, and then you type in your question that you want the learners to answer, or whoever is participating, and then you will see if you get down here, there is answers that you need to type in. So it is already ticked off for you the correct answer. So what you must do is you click on in the box where it states the correct answer, and I will say Hermanus is known for it. So my correct answer is abalone. I'm just gonna say that, abalone, and whale watching. That's the one. And then you can put in other things, like I'm just gonna randomly put in something there, flower, cycling, or say crime. So, and then you click on add the question. So now that question is added to your kit. I'm just going to quickly do that one with you. So just to explain it again, you create your own kit, you click on new kit, and you do all those other things, put in the name of the subject of whatever topic you want to cover, you choose a subject, and you go and you choose a picture as well. So that is one way. And then when you're done with all your questions, you can put in as many questions as you want to. But when you are finished with all of your questions, you click on all done. And now you can see that there is a kit popping up here. I just want to encircle it quickly. So there's the kit that I just created, and it shows there also when did I create this kit. So that is one way of doing it. So you start with that. So I'm going to use the same kit, and this kit will become your course for GimKit as well. And I will show you later a few that I already did to show you how it works. But I just want you to gain the understanding of how to create kits from scratch. That's the one thing. So if you already have, or you start with a new kit and you didn't have any questions, I'm just going to show you something. So here on the right hand side, next to play and assign homework, I will explain later that you just go now to edit. and the screen will open up. So now you can see that I only have one question there. So you can add more questions, but you can do it from a question bank. So then you click on add from question bank, and this will happen. So another screen will open. So then you can go in and you can maybe put in South Africa. Hopefully it will give me something. And there you get something from South Africa. Now you can, okay. So if you hover over this, you will see that there's questions popping up at my right hand, so probably also your right hand. So if I click on South Africa, the first one, then it will show me a snake in Zulu. So if I want that question, I can click on the plus button, which is your add question, or you can go down and it will give you more, so you can choose. So I'm just gonna go down and see whatever is there. I will choose one now. So I'm just gonna say, for argument's sake, what is a animal in Zulu code? So I'm going to click on add, and there is one question that it's going to add. I will show you, and then you can go down. So you can look for as many questions that you need for your kit that you want to play with, and where you want the learners, where you want to quiz the learners with, so they can have an enjoyable interactive session. So yeah, I click on, I just moved down a bit to South Africa. So this is somebody else. There you can already see the person who was creating this. It was Mary Goss. So if I click on it or hover over it, the questions will pop up. So now you can go and you can check, okay, people who protested, for example. I'm just going to choose another one. So I will choose that one and add it to my questions. Remember, I had only one question in that thing in my previous kit. So the unseen maintained a non-violent approach. So I'm just going to add. So, okay, and I think so now I can go down to another one that the student, or I can go and I see, okay, there's animals, but if you hover over it, the questions that's in that specific kit will pop up and you can go to it. I'm just going for the last time to show you what Joshua says there. It's his kit, and you can see the South African slave trade was started by, so you can choose. And now you're done. So if you are satisfied with all the questions that you have chosen, then you...
Mr. Hunter,
Yeah,
you
yes,
mind if I
yes.
just quickly jump in there?
Yeah, you may.
I want to state the importance of what you're showing us now. The nice thing about this is we all work away from each other. We work at our own schools.
Yeah.
We devise our own plans. We work late nights. But this option that Mr. Hunter is showing us gives us an opportunity to collaborate together. We share our ideas, we share our questions, and you can present your lessons in class and make a fun quiz like he's showing us now. I know it sounds daunting, but it's actually a lot easier. And make a fun quiz, and we work together to compile the questions.
Yeah.
But we need to remember these questions are composed and made by our peers. It's not Google, so all of them might not be factually correct, or
Yes.
some of them are created by students. So you cannot just go and select a kit with 36 questions and expect all of them to be factually correct according to what your CAP said or what you taught your learners. You still need to double check that it is according to what you are teaching them.
Yes, thank you. That Massage, I've learned something that I did was I chose a kid, and the kid was about it's Afrikaans, and it was about negatives, but all some of those questions were in Afrikaans, but then some was typed in English, and that confused the learners a bit. But thank you for that, Masat. So if I may continue, so then you just close there, and you can see now there is all the other questions. Remember, I started with the one. Hermanus is known for its, and there is all the other four that I've chosen from existing kits. So when I'm satisfied and I see that I do have enough for this case, I will stick to that four. Then you just go there and you click all done. And now you are done with that kit. So that is the second part of if you have already started with your new kit and you have only a few questions in it, you can go and find existing kits through sorry for that, through sorry, something just on my leg. So you just go to it and you just edit. So that's a one part of editing. So you can also here, if you look at where I will show my, I just want to highlight this. So if you look at this, then you will see on the left, there is also a edit button. So you can go and click on edit. And it will give you the same platform. But now I want to show you something different. So we started with creating from scratch. Then you already have now your new kit. And then you find out, but you don't have enough and you struggle maybe to get questions compiled, and time, especially time, it is time saving. So, and then you go to add from the question bank. But there's a third option, and the third option is you can now go to import from a spreadsheet. So if you have already typed in questions or with an existing memo in Excel, which I will show you now, you can import that as well into your spreadsheet. So remember now, I just want you to see clearly now, we have now 5 questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the platform, how you go about. So you click on import from spreadsheet. And now there's a window popping up. So this window, first of all, I need to explain to you, it is quite easy to use. I figured it out myself, but you need to play with this. So you will see there's template 1 and there's template 2. So I'm going to show you this practically so that you can see what to do. So if you choose template 1, you click on it, and it will open up a new browser. So, but then there's there. So what you must do next is you just make a copy of this. Now this gives you a sheet, a spreadsheet, where you can put in the questions, correct answers, but you cannot do it like this. You need, no, you can do it like this. Sorry, you can. I just want to show you something. I just want to open my, so what I can do now is I can go back to my already created Excel sheet, my spreadsheet, and I can copy these questions. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. So I will copy this and I will go back to that browser and I will paste it in to there. And the next thing to do is to first maybe just rename it. Very important to rename the sheet. So that is the one option. So I will just say again, South African, just gonna make it shorter than it. So South African history. All right, so this will save automatically. We all know that when you're online, things save automatically. Now the next part is you need to download this file. So you go to File, you click Download, but you have a choice now. You need to download it. It is a comma separated value if I pronounce it correctly. And you click on that. And it will let me go. Okay, that's mine. Let me go to my Teams, and I think I just gonna put it in my folder, and I say South African history, and it was sheet 1. So I think I must, yeah, let's keep it sheet 1. So remember, it's South African history sheet 1, and then you just save it. All right. So now it's saving. Then you go back to this screen. So now you have a compiled spreadsheet. Then you go click on upload the file and you go to the place where you have saved it. So I will go there, and it was saved as South African history. And now it will upload into your kit, your already existed kit. And now you can see that it's added. It added those questions. So there is now more than we had 1. Then we added 4. So there was 5. So now there's, I think, another 5. And the last thing, like Ms. Sats explained, is that sometimes we tend to make mistakes in our grammar. Then you just go check and go edit and say, for example, South African national flower is the, maybe put a question mark or something there and just save. And it will give you the, or it will show you the one that you edited. So there is that. Then you click, please, when you're done, you click on all done. So all done. So now you can see that if we go back to the history of South Africa, it shows me that a minute ago there was editing doing, so those questions were added, and you have now almost a kit of 10, 11 questions in it. So I'm going to keep the other part for last. So now we come to what we want in class. So you need to, that is very important, you need to create kits. This thing don't generate your own kits. You need to go all those. So you need to play around, figure out what you want. What I did was, I just want to show you one thing of it. No, I think I'm going to show you later. There's one specific thing. So are everybody with me? Can I just go now? We must go to creating. We created already a course. So the nicest thing now is to play. So now you as a teacher can just, if you are satisfied and you have your class in front of you and you have chosen, and I thought of, we are doing bi-weekly tests, informal tests. So I was thinking of using this for Afrikaans, and I will show you later on why. And every second week, I will then use this platform for my bi-weekly test where I can test the learner's knowledge on especially the language structure. So now you go there and you click on play. Oh, I just need to before wait. You can also assign this for learners as homework, but you need to have the pro kit. So that is the kit. We are on the free version now. So you need to go and buy pro kit. Then you can assign this for homework, and learners can do then this on their own as well, and you can see what they are doing. But for now, on the free version, and that is what the learners want. When learners have devices, they want to play. So then you click on play live. So whoever is familiar with Kahoot is almost the same. Yeah, so this gives us the screen. So here is there's a few modes that you can use. So I just want to show you the one mode, the farm chain mode. So and I want to show you later on, but I think as a group, just for you to grasp and to get how this is working, if you click on farm chain, this farm chain, one of these modes is, and many of them is collaborative. Some you can be creative, but this one is much more collaborative, where learners can work in groups, they can be cooperative, they can work in teams. So I chose this one, so I will just click on it. So you must click on it. So you will see there, if you click on it, the border will become, in my case, yellow. Then you need to click on continue. So now this screen will pop up, and this is where you set the time. So I'm going to, just for the meeting's sake, because you need to know how many questions you have. If you have only a few questions and you keep the time too long, then the questions will keep on repeating itself until your time is finished. So I'm going to try and just put this down to maybe 2 minutes. If it will allow me for 2 minutes, something. Okay, there. Okay. 2 minutes. So what we can do is you can choose your team. So you can say 2 teams, you can make it free for all, cooperative. But let's stick to 2 teams. Let's make it 2 teams. Here's the currency. The learners get a currency, not the real money. So they can, you can either feel, if you want to keep it, it's normally dollars. $2,000, and I saw that learners, when they see money, they're excited because they want to win it. So you can make it more, you can make it less. So, but I will keep it on 2, and then no class players entered, so that you can leave. Normally I leave that out, and joining late. I like to keep this on for learners to join in late, because sometimes they struggle with their devices, and then they still have the opportunity, when they're in, they still have the opportunity to join. So when you're done setting this, your time, your teams, choosing your teams, and the money, the currency is normally US dollars, I think. So then you just go continue. So I hope that everybody, before I click continue, have a device and is maybe into GimKit. What you must do is you must go and just type in GimKit. I just want to show you. Just go onto a browser. You click on, I already have that. So you just type in GimKit, and GimKit will give you these options. What you can do now is just click on join game. Normally I tend to take the long route, but then it is, for me, it's easy to understand. So if everybody have this massage.
Yes, Mr. Hunter, we can see it.
Can you see it? So
Yes.
I'm not going onto that screen. Can you just, if people can give me an indication, then I will go back to to the game. So if everybody, I just want everybody to give an indication if they do have this screen in front of them. Whoever is using a device, because we need to know how this works before we can introduce it to the learners.
Mr. Hunter, I see a lot of people asking for recording of the session.
Okay.
I think the steps of setting up the quiz and incorporating that into the game, they want to rewatch it to make sure they follow the steps. But we are receiving the GimKit screen currently.
Okay. So that's fine. So that is the one that so you will have that. But people who have it on their devices. So I will now go back to my dashboard of GimKit, and I will now say just continue. So colleagues, it takes a few seconds and it will generate a code. And there's your code. So you type, you can see I have already mine. So you take that code, and I think I must use my cell phone because I'm on the laptop, and do the same. So then you just type in that question. Though that code, so there's Josh, and hey, so okay, so people are popping up. So then I'm not going, so there's more than one person now, so thank you for that. I'm just gonna leave a few seconds. We must give learners also time for them to enter, otherwise we will run in class out of time. Just push them a bit and say you got so many seconds to log in. So all right, now I will start. So you're ready. So I will start the game. And yeah, just look here where I hover over with my cursor. You must click on answer question. So you click on answer question, and then yes, I can hear this. So, and then you start answering. Every time that you answered a question, you just click continue. So I will do the same. So now you have just two questions there, true or false. So, so I can just, and then you will get the money, and then you just click continue. So just remember, you only have 3 minutes. So as soon as the time runs out, it will finish the game. Now, all those questions that we have generated in GimKit from scratch, from existing kits, from putting a spreadsheet, is now in this quiz, and the learners are now answering into it. So, but now for this one, it is a collaborative thingy. So there will not be any winner. Maybe just show us which group best. Uh, yeah, wanted to make it 2 minutes, but something happened there. So sorry. Think you will hear a loud noise or something when the time is finished. Was there? As you're playing, you will see that there's a common goal that you need to do, so you can go to the Shell station, you go water well or do so. Just for learners to collaborate. So learners can also move their names. If their names are there, before the game started, they can move around that. So there it says game over. And hopefully now there you can see what the computer did what or do is it put you into groups. So, and you can now see there, nobody cashed in. So that is just to collaborate with one another. You can do it in 3 teams as well. So I'm just gonna close that. So that is the one game. So then you can go. So this is not mine. I just copied this. You can copy an existing kid as well, and you can just go. So, but now you can go. I'm just gonna take this and so keep your phone. So you need to go back to this screen. So on your phone, I'm just gonna make it a bit shorter for you to see because when it's money, we want to make money. So now again, I can play live. Just choosing that, but I'm gonna show you something nice about this part. Our learners they want to be winners. So we click, oh, sorry. What did I do? Okay. So we click on classic and they always want to win something. And you click on continue. Then again, the time was set before 3 minutes. So I can go back and I can just, I think we must make it 2 minutes. And you can do the same what you want to. So there's clapping of hands, music, and so there's a bit more into that. The cache, I normally leave the cache like that, on 0. You can maybe move it, lift it up, increase it, but I leave it on 0 because this program generates its own money as well. Then you just continue. If you're satisfied with it, you continue. And now remember, this kit is English and it's all about synonyms. So I'm gonna give you just for practice sake, another minute or 2 just to log in. So there you can see now every time that you use, even if you use the same kit, the code will not be the same. The GimKit generates the code again and again. So there will always be a new kit. So thank you. There's 4 players already. I see Adventurous Porcupine. So, and there's another one. So I will give half a minute. I do not know how many players or teachers are in this meeting. So they say there you can see, try to make as much money as you can in 2 minutes. So I think there's nobody else coming through. So what I'm going to do is now it's start game. Now before I click start game, the difference between this one and the other one is you were supposed to click on answer question at the bottom left of that screen, but this one is a bit different. I think it starts somehow with a question. So I will start game. There we have the participants on the right. So 5. Take the time. But be time focused as well. And then it stop. And it will give that and it will give up. And who was the second and was third, and then all the other players according to how much money they earn will show under that. Then you can go, before you close this, you can go to view report. There, just on the top right corner, you can play it again, but you can go click on view report. But if you forget, I'm not going to click on that. If you forget to do that, and that is the part that I talked about that I want to come back to, is So sometimes you need to have proof that learners, that you did it with the learners for informal assessment. So I'm just gonna close that quickly. So we did that.
Mr. Hunter,
Yes.
I quickly want to jump in. I
Yes.
see this comment where someone's going whoop whoop, second place. And I want to talk about this rush you feel when you see your first or second or you
Yeah.
third and you made the most money, and that amazing buzz you feel.
Yes.
And
I had it.
that's same rush those children are going to chase.
Yeah.
So they're going to try and push themselves further.
Definitely.
Um,
Yes.
and I went to a meeting recently where those questions were used as an icebreaker.
Okay.
And immediately the whole session changed. So that excitement that we're seeing in the chat now
Yeah.
is what we want in the classrooms.
And that will happen. Thank you for that, Masat. So colleagues, so we play this game. So if you go there, I'm just gonna show you. So now I forgot to maybe look at the reports. I was maybe the time was finished, so you can go back afterwards. You can go back and you can just go there. You will see there's three dots, a circle with three dots, and then open, edit, and reports will. So you can click on reports, and it will show you that. So it will show you that the last time that we played this game, or I played it last week, and we now in this was now 2 minutes ago. So the newest game that we played, or the time, if I can say it like that, was 2 minutes ago. So I just want to click on that. So now you can see 97% answer this correctly. But this does not give us a clear picture of who answered what correctly. So now you can click on that 97%, and it will give you this, but still it does not say who. But remember, this is just for the teacher. It says 50%. So now you can go on your right. If everybody can see this, there is a student overview button. So you can go and click on student overview. And this is what we want. And now you can see, for a teacher, you can see, okay, that who's that adventurous porcupine got 100%. So that's an excellent learner. And so Lara, and then you get maybe a fewer learners that did not do well. And you can go click on that person's name and you can go check. Okay, you got 3 incorrect. And then you can go through that list of questions, or yeah, and you can go check. Here you can see the if you click on 0, it will state this is the amount that you got correct. If you click on incorrect, next to it, the red, you will see 1 or 2. Yeah. So and now you can see also what did they get wrong. Ms. Sats, can you still hear me? Because I had load shedding now, so something tripped there, but I'm on my laptop.
Perfect clear,
Okay, okay.
so no
Okay,
interruptions.
thank you. So luckily I charged everything beforehand. So yeah, so now you can go back and also print it. So there's a print option. So if you want to do now an analysis of who got what wrong, maybe to help the learner as part of intervention, you can go and print on that. And it will print you that. Or you can go back just to overview and print the whole classes. But one important thing that I picked up, I let my learners choose nicknames. And that was one flaw that I did in my class, that I do not know who is who if you are using a nickname. So rather ask them if you want to use and to print the report, rather ask the learners to use their real names in your class, because that will give a clear picture of who did what, right or wrong. So yes, colleagues, I'm going to the last part of it. Maybe I was rushing, maybe I was too slow, but there's one more part. I'm just going back, and yeah, so I'm going to stick to this that we created, the history of South Africa. So I can click on it. You can click on it, you can, and then it will open this screen. Or if I go back just to refresh, you can, there's that three dots in the circles. You can also go there and it will give you that edit option. So you click edit and it gives you that. Now, I want, such I'm going to, yes, so this is, you get also for the kids can create their own kits where they can play in the class with, and it can be done, but I found out that you also need to have the pro version. So I allow Miss, because of time maybe, Miss Such can copy for me that link. It's into the chats that you can look. If there's time, we can maybe play the one. But I just want to show you, it is just 2 minutes, 3 minutes videos to show you how the kids can create their own kit for GimKit, and they can play it in class as such. Unfortunately, this free version doesn't allow me to show you that. So, but it does allow me to, where you can collaborate with Kit Collab. So here on the right, there's add question, create flashcards. You can also create flashcards, but we're not going into that. Now you can click on collaborate with Kit. So you can add now more questions to this. To continue, sorry, you need to click on enable KitLab. So, and then there's a screen opening and it shows you a link. What the whoever is sharing this, we just copy. So I'm going to copy this link, colleagues, and I'm just going to ask you maybe just to add one question into this question bank to see how, and that is the part where Masaj talk about sometimes we are setting papers, we are far from one another, but we want to say have the input of everybody involved in a specific subject. Then you can use this platform, just send the link to that person, email it or whatever. But for now, I'm going to copy it and paste it into the chat. So there it shows it's copied. So I can now go back to, and I will just into the chat. So I just will paste it. So if you will be so kind, I will. How come you don't want to paste? Let me just go back to GimKit. Sorry for that. Copy link. Pronounce your name correct. Is it Safuddin, the surname? So yes, almost like Google Docs. So yes, but you add questions to it with the answers, and whoever is the creator of that specific kit needs to approve it or disapprove it. So if the question is not too good for that creator's taste, if I can state it like that, then they can disapprove it. So there, I'm just gonna minimize this. So there already somebody, if you can see, there's already a person. I'm not sure who was this now. it's popping up here on the right. You can see it's a new question now. I have to, as the creator, as the teacher with kids, you have to check, is it suitable? Because learners can ask questions that's maybe not suitable for a specific topic. So now this is South African. So if I will reject it, it will disappear, but I will add it to the kit for now. I will, oh, it's Van X, so thank you for that. So I will add it to the kit. So now, and you will see on your left, the top question was that one. So there's another one where in South Africa did Jan van Riebeeck came to shore. So, and I will add that. But still, if it is added, you still need to go and just edit and check if there was mistakes maybe in the construction of the question or in spelling or in language or whatever. Or maybe your answer was not correct. So, okay. So if you're done, I don't think there's more, so I will close this now. So now you can see there's 2 questions added, and that comes from the participants who are sitting maybe in Cape Town, maybe somewhere else in the Overberg. I'm sitting in Houston, I'm sitting in the Overstrand. So now we can, and this is also a platform to set your paper. And so when you're done with that, if you're satisfied, if you did the editing, you can go now to all done. And there you can see, oh, it will show you edited a minute ago. So there is one more thing that I want to show you before I end. So I'm gonna click that. So sometimes we have problems with load shedding, our devices don't want to work, and you already went through all this and you created your own kit, but you want to use it, but due to now technical problems, load shedding, you cannot use it. There's an option that you can go to export. You can click on export, and there it gives you the questions here in the middle of my screen. You can flip your questions, whatever you want to do. So what I can do is now I can go and copy the text. I can copy it, so, and I can go maybe to Word. I will open Word. And I can just paste it into, and just do some editing into that. And then you have you have now your question, your, say, your informal test or whatever, with a memo. And what you can do is you can just edit it by taking out the correct answers. I hope that this, I must say it's a tutorial, so this introduction, this session will help you to present and do gamification in your class, especially if you are not a qualified teacher in certain subjects and you find it difficult to bring the content to the learners. This will help also with it. Yes. So, colleagues, if there's anything that you want to ask.
While we wait for those answers to come in, you are a InterSen educator, or
Yes.
a senior phase, grade 7.
Yeah.
So you focus a lot on the quizzes and that side of education, where I am a foundation phase teacher, and
Yes.
I focus a lot this week on the fun side. And as we know, the smaller learners, they want the play side of it. So I want to show you, I took that, can you see the GimKit game?
Yeah.
So I took that exact game that you made, and we designed it together. And my learners could we built it up, and you can build your own world. It's a lot like Minecraft, and I thought the little ones will not know Minecraft, and apparently all of them are playing it, and it's quite easy moving, and they move to a pad, and you get fun sounds, and once they tap on the screen, then you get your questions. So this
Okay.
one is just about different ecosystems, so they get a visual picture connected to the question. Then once I answer them correctly, you get let's just say the sound effect, and you get the fantastic little all the things. You get rewarded by getting snowballs,
Yeah.
and then my man can run, and they can start shooting the enemy using the snowballs that we now won, which
Yes.
they quite enjoyed playing the game side of that.